Hey you guys, it's been a while since I've done a live video, so I wanted to pop on here and give you just some passion and something from my heart. And I was gonna make my bed, but then I thought, why? It kind of goes against what I usually do anyways, and plus it kind of goes against the topic that I'm talking about on this video. So shout out to all of my competitive athletes. Hey, Eric. Shout out to all my competitive athletes. If you grew up in a sport where you did a sport for a very long time, all throughout childhood. Hey, Sierra. If you were involved with like a really competitive one, and especially like dance or gymnastics or figure skating, where like you're judged on your body and what it looks like and how perfect it is, hey, you're gonna struggle with this mindset, and I want you to give some love below if you struggle with this mindset, because it's something that I struggled with before for the longest time, and I didn't even realize that I struggled with it until well into like past college. So as of like even a few years ago, I realized like, oh my God, I'm really struggling with this mindset still, and I didn't even know it was a problem. Hey, Melanie. So, to give you a little backstory, you guys, I was a gymnast my entire life from age 9 to 19. And I mean, not my entire life, I guess, but like 10 years of my life. That's a long time. And loved gymnastics. Hey, Kristen. Love gymnastics so much. But those of you who are gymnasts or former gymnasts, you know that like it's a very demanding sport physically, mentally. You're failing forward a lot. You have to practice to perfect it. And even then, when you perfect something, you're still gonna screw up. And you're judged based on like your form and how pretty your lines look and your pointed toes, and you know, the thinness of your body helps out. You know, like girls who were overweight were not even overweight in that sport, but like compared to the other sticks out there, a girl was deemed overweight. And so it really kind of grew me up with this perfectionist mindset. And I didn't even know what that was really until I started to self-sabotage and self-destruct. Hey, Hillary. I started to self-sabotage, and I didn't know why. I didn't know where it was coming from. And it was that mindset growing up. Sports are amazing, you guys. I don't want to like poop on sports, because here's the thing. Sports make you tough mentally and physically. They make you functionally strong and healthy. It cultivates teamwork, being a part of a team, work ethic, discipline. So like when I recruit coaches on my team with Beachbody, I look for strong personalities. I look for women who don't give up when life gets tough. I noticed that a lot of competitive athletes, when they were younger, do really well in the business that I'm in, because they possess all those mindset concepts that do really well in this. And they kind of almost have that like natural, innate success with it, because they were groomed that way their entire upbringing. Does it mean that you can't acquire those things like later on? No, everything's a journey, and you guys will learn more about that here. But hey, Christy. But perfectionist mindset got me in trouble, because back in college and in grad school, I had the all in or all out mindset, go big or go home mindset, right? And I think that mindset is really, really good when you are going into something hardcore. Like let's say you were to commit to the Olympics, right? You would not 90% commit to that mentally. You would 100% commit to that and do a cannonball into that opportunity. You wouldn't dip your toe in. But here's where the perfectionist mindset gets people. They forget that all those days in between are going to be chock full of getting messy and making mistakes and failing forward. And what is failure, right? Like failure is purely perception. And think about an infant when they're trying to walk. Do you honestly think that they're going to stand up, walk perfectly, and never fall down? That's ridiculous, right? So what makes you guys think that you can't be imperfect, and realize that you can 100% commit to something and be consistent, but that doesn't mean it has to be perfect. It means you're tenaciously going after your dreams and being a go-getter, but it doesn't mean that you quit when you have an inevitable slip up. I screw up every single day in my life. As a mom, as a business owner, as a wife, I screw up a lot. Life is all about trial and error. So is the business that I'm in. So is mom life. You're sent home with a baby with no instruction manual. Like, talk about failing forward, right? Hey, Caitlin. So you guys will encounter all these scenarios in your life where you just have to figure it out, and you just have to be really forgiving of yourself. So that's the biggest tip I want to give to any of my perfectionists out there. 100% commit to something, yes, but forgive yourself. Cut yourself some slack, not to like take your foot off the gas or to like downplay your goals to match your current circumstances. You want to keep those goals big, but you want to lay your head down at night every single day and be like, you know what? I gave it my all today. I couldn't have given a fingernail more, and it sucked. Today did, but life goes on, right? And tomorrow's a better day. And some of you might be having a shitty day right now. Is your perfectionist mindset basically saying like, oh, you know, it's all ruined now, like because you had 10 minutes of a crappy period of your day? No, like don't let that inundate and spill over into the rest of your day. So same thing when you make mistakes, which are inevitable in life. In anything, especially when you're trying something new, you need to give yourself that grace. So when I was in college, I went all in to a workout program, and I never cheated. I hate that word, cheated once. You guys know me now. If you are new to following me, you know or will know that I am very much a treat yourself every single week, drink your alcohol, have your treats. It's not a cheat meal, it's a treat meal. Guilt-free pleasures. You bet your booty. I just binged on a box of tag-alongs the other day and didn't even sweat about it because I'm all about 80-20. Balance is key. Yes, you have to follow an eating plan so that your body is fueled properly, but I'm more of an intuitive eater. I believe that if I want that damn cookie, I'm going to eat the damn cookie, and it's not going to ruin my results, right? Just like one workout's not going to give you one or a six-pack abs. One or even like 10 cookies is not going to cause your results to go out the window. Now, if that becomes consistent behavior, that's another thing. But when you have everything in moderation and drop that perfectionist mindset with that, as well as anything else in life, everything is more enjoyable. You don't screw up as much because you allow yourself those episodes, right? So, but I was not always that way. I was go big or go home, all in or all out. And you guys, that is the worst thing that you can do, especially when it comes to your health. In what world do you live in where like every day is just rainbows and butterflies? And in what world do you live in, especially if you're a mom, where your kids don't wake up earlier than planned and they might ruin your morning routine? Does it mean you slash the other tires because one is slashed? No, right? It doesn't mean you quit on whatever it is that you're doing. You just say, oh well, sucks. I'll make it up later, right? But it's because we over dramatize and like overstate what is going on that is mentally not okay. It's not okay to be like that. I want you to write this quote down if you're a perfectionist. Baby steps forward is still a pace. And I had to learn that the hard way this past year when I transitioned from 1 to 2 kids. For those of you who don't know me, I have 2 kids under 3. They're 18 months apart. And my daughter just turned 1. My son, it just turned 2.5. And it was so hard. And thankfully, through personal development, being a part of my team, being a part of this coaching opportunity, it has groomed my mindset that all in or all out is not a healthy way to be. Who has success that way? Nobody. Nobody ever. I want you to know that. Nobody's perfect, ever. Even if I seemingly look perfect to you, hell no, girl. Hell no. But I had to remind myself to enjoy and celebrate the small and big victories along the way. I had to blow it up because normally I'm the type of person that's like chasing the next big thing, and nothing I ever do is good enough. And oh, that goal I crushed out wasn't a big deal. Like keeping my eye on the real prize, right? Bad, because it takes away the joy of the journey, right? Don't wish your life away. And so baby steps forward is still a pace. You have to be forgiving of yourself. And I failed forward hardcore this past year, you guys. Every single day I felt like I was failing. Every single day I felt like I was taking one step forward, two steps back. But it was because every single day I showed up, rain or shine, whether it was 10% I could give that day, 90% the next, 85% the next, 100% the next. What mattered was that I was moving forward. And it was that like progress, not perfection mindset. And all of a sudden, at the end of the year in October 2018, so a few months ago, all the hard work that I had put in the first three quarters of the year, like it all came to fruition, and my business blew up. I had been putting like so much time and effort and heart into my business, as much time as I could, and it felt like it wasn't going anywhere. Success was hiding from me in here. Mentally, I was like, oh my God, I just feel like I can't keep up, and I feel so disorganized, and I feel like my system's not perfect. And then I realized it doesn't matter how imperfect or perfect anything is. What matters is that you just show up and do the work no matter what, imperfectly but consistently. And that, my friends, is how you're going to reach your goals. And I am a pure example of that. And I want to read this quote to you. A lot of women tell me, someday when my life is perfect, someday when my child is sleeping, someday when I'm not breastfeeding and exhausted, someday when my job is a little bit slowed down, someday when, I move to my next house, I'm in between moves. Someday equals never, girl. Because guess what? One thing leads to another. Life is always going to happen, good and bad. You might get married. You might have a divorce. You might have a death in the family. So what are you going to do? Keep pushing on the brake and not taking a leap into your dreams? Focusing on your health and fitness? Starting a new adventure you've been wanting to start? Starting this business? Right? Going to counseling to make your marriage better, which Mike and I are going this week? Right? Like, stop waiting for things to be perfect and just go, girl. Stop dipping a toe in and do a effing cannonball into everything that you do. Because it is then and only then that you tap into your belief, your full potential, and then you take massive action because of that and you get massive results. But your energy is not going to shift and you're not going to reach those goals you want to reach until you make the decision to go all in and just accept that life is going to effing suck sometimes. Some days are going to be effing hard and really imperfect, but it doesn't matter because that's not what determines success. Someday never comes. Let me read this to you. This is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Everyone needs to read this book, especially if you struggle with realizing that day-to-day, seemingly insignificant tasks that you do compounded over time is what creates success. Then you need to read this book. Hey, Elise. Someday my prince will come. Good old Walt Disney. Well, that may have worked out for Snow White. Back here on Earth, it's a recipe for disappointment. In flesh and blood life, waiting for someday is no strategy for success. It's a cop-out. What's more, it's one that the majority follow their whole lives. Someday when my ship comes in. Someday when I have the money. Someday when I have the time. Someday when I have the skill. Someday when I have the confidence. How many of those statements have you said to yourself? Have I got some sobering news for you, you guys? Someday does not exist, never has, and never will. There is no someday. There's only today. When tomorrow comes, it will be another today. So will the next day. They all will. There is never anything but today. And some more shocking news. Your ship's not coming. It's already here. Docked and waiting. You already have the money. You already have the time. You already have the skill, the confidence. You have everything you need to achieve everything you want. You just can't see it because you've not purposefully and intentionally taken the key that you possess, put it in your heart, unlocked it, and let that badassery out, right? So frickin' do it. Put the key in the ignition and go, baby. Cannonball into your dreams. What is it that you've been holding out on? You do have the money, you do have the time. So any of those BS excuses, self-limiting beliefs that you keep replaying over and over in your mind, they gotta go. They got to go. I was talking to one of my new coaches today who kept tricking herself into thinking that, once I have the next newest training, or once I get my confidence from that next new thing that I learn, then I'll feel like I can really conquer this. No, that doesn't exist, because confidence and belief, much like motivation, comes only after action. Because when you take that massive action, that is what creates endorphins, excitement, motivation, confidence, and belief. Let me give you an example. New coaches try to start this business and they say, well, I have to wait until I have confidence and belief first. Well, guess what, girl? That's going to come through personal development, time, practice, falling on your face, figuring out, whoop, that doesn't work. And changing people's lives through your continuous imperfect action. It is when you change people's lives, no matter what that looks like, big or small, mentally, physically, financially, that's when your belief and your confidence builds and builds and builds, because of those lives changed, because of the action you took. Does that make sense? Confidence and belief is only a byproduct from taking massive action. And I hope my new coach is watching. I love you, girl. Get after it. Make your dreams come true, okay? You guys, that's all I'm going to leave you with. But I love what I do. I can't believe that this is my job. I get to not only empower you every single day, but my passion is to help women, big, huge, financially thriving, but mentally thriving businesses too, where they are developing themselves, they are becoming empowered, they are growing their confidence, their belief, their happiness, and that comes with time. You have to give yourself patience. I understand that we live in a world that is now. Our smartphones, the drive-thrus, Amazon Prime for F's sake. And there was even a Super Bowl commercial where the guy was like talking to his car, his Mercedes car, and being like, cooling on. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Let's prime people's mindsets even more to like be perfectionists and to like feel like they can't have delayed gratification. Throw out the instant gratification mindset. Throw out the perfectionist mindset. Baby steps forward is still a pace. Show up every single day, rain or shine, consistently but imperfectly. That, my friends, is the key to success. Success equals hard work plus consistency over time. There are no shortcuts. There are no quick fixes. That is it, okay? Reach out to me, you guys, if you need more help. I'm here for you always. Bye. Love you.